Good evening, bourbon and baseball fans. Really, baseball fans, because who knows why y'all listen to us? I don't really know. It is Sunday, not March anymore, April 2nd. April Fools. This is season 2, episode 16 of, like I said, Bourbon and Baseball. Normally it's Suzy and Shelby. I'm Suzy. That is definitely not Shelby if you're watching on YouTube. That is our good friend Tom, who fills in from time to time because Shelby has things to do. Today she's in a conference and I guess she's kicking butt speaking for something. I don't know. I assume she's kicking butt because that's normally what she does. But anyways, Tom's filling in. Here's your warning. F-bombs will be dropped. Alcohol will be consumed and inappropriate adult humor will be had. There's your warning. So if you're sensitive to those things, or if your kids are around and you don't want them listening to those things, by all means, here's your warning. You can exit out. We are not safe for work. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you are. I don't know where you work. Who knows? So we're going to get into it because there was lots of baseball. There was lots of baseball on this opening weekend. Did you get to watch many games, Tom?
I watched 3 of the 4. I did not watch today's game. I had some things I had to take care of. I did get to listen to the end of it on the way home. I really think that, guys got days off and the offense was a little sluggish today. Other than that, I think the series is pretty good, pretty competitive. I don't think the White Sox are going to be that bad this year. I think they're actually going to be better than advertised. So not a terrible start, but you'd hope they did better.
Right. So we'll, as you guys know, Bourbon and Baseball. First, we started off as a lot of baseball, mostly Astros. But now that we have back That Astros Up, which is, where we talk about the Mariners all the time, that's where a lot of the Astro talk will be, over there on our sister show. We'll touch briefly on it here, more White Sox based here, because we are trying to hit all of the teams. Maybe not all the teams because it is only like an hour show. So let's start, Tom, with your biggest surprise about opening weekend. Like which series surprised you the most?
I mean, there was a lot. I mean, baseball parity looks really strong right now. There was a lot of games a lot of series that I was like, oh, well, that's going to go lopsided one way or the other. The Mariners series, didn't see that going in the way it went. The Dodgers series, didn't see that going the way it went. I mean, even the Giants getting a game from the Yankees, I didn't see that either. I mean, there was just a lot of good baseball all the way around.
There was a lot of good baseball, a lot of prospects debuted, a lot of weird things that I did not have on my baseball bingo card. So this opening day apparently was the first opening day that all of the teams played since like 1962 or some random weird number. And I was super surprised by that. And I looked it up and it was something about like the weather. Like the weather was always the culprit of some team not playing. And that's why there was a lot of off. That's why there were a lot of teams that were off on Friday to have that built in like weather backup. So I will give you my AL and my NL biggest surprises. My AL biggest surprise was the Texas Rangers just running a train on the Phillies. I had the Phillies not sweeping them. I thought the Rangers may take one. I definitely did not see the Rangers just running roughshod over them and scoring a bajillion runs in the first two games.
And not only that,
go ahead.
Like the way it happened, right? So the Phillies came out hot, and then the Rangers just like, we got something for that, and just never stopped.
I wasn't able to like watch any of the games, but I did check out like the box score and the summaries and stuff, and I was just shock and awe, essentially. So we'll get to the rest of the surprises, but just so you know, in the AL West right now, the Texas Rangers are the leaders. The Angels are in second. We, the Astros, are in third. Oakland is in fourth. And the Seattle Mariners are last in the AL West division. Tampa is first in the AL East, followed by Boston, followed by the Yankees, followed by the Orioles, followed by the Toronto Blue Jays. In what upside down world do we live in, y'all? I don't know. In the Central, Twins, Gardos, Chicago White Sox, Detroit, and Kansas City. Detroit and Kansas City lost, got swept. Chicago White Sox, the Astros, split with them. Cleveland took took 3 from the Mariners. Minnesota are the ones who swept the Detroit Tigers. No, Kansas City Royals. I'm dumb. I didn't have... No, I take that back. I knew that Jeffrey Springs of the Tampa Bay Rays was going to be good. I did not know that he was going to be 12 Ks taking a no-hitter into the 6th inning good. I mean, I realize, it's the Tigers. But still, it's a major league team, so you would assume that they would have people. But Jeffrey Springs, if you're not aware, the Rays are always sneaky good with pitchers. Always. You might not know their names, obviously, but they're going to come out with some badass MFer that's just going to throw 12 strikes, strike out. I promise this is my first one, y'all. This is my first one. Are you drinking, Tom?
No. Protein and liquor do not mix. So post gym, it'll be an energy drink. Yeah, I know. You're like, who does that? Why? But yeah, we've got Zoa here. That's what we got. Little energy drink. Nothing crazy. Maybe later.
I'm just trying to imagine what protein and alcohol would do. That's the befuddled look on my face. I wasn't judging you. I was imagining what a protein cocktail would be like.
I don't know what, a hydrogen bomb is made out of, but I imagine if you mix those things, there would be some sort of combustion and it'll just all blow up. Not
hydrogen.
Good.
I think a hydrogen bomb is made out of hydrogen.
But it's got to be more than that, right? There's got to be something else in there.
I don't know. No? I'm not that kind of Asian, Tom. Like science and math, not about it. Nope. You got the wrong kind of Asian for that. So, much to my mother's dismay. Anyhow. So yeah, if you guys don't follow all of the baseballs, like some crazy people like me, it was a wild weekend. Texas is currently still playing Philly right now. What's the score on that? Are they still? Oh, look.
Let's find out.
Rangers only have 2 runs as opposed to the other days where they had 94. I say that. It wasn't 94. And it wasn't even an April Fool's joke. Yesterday, the Rangers scored 16 versus the Phillies 3. And then Friday they did not score anything because that's weird. Cuz they're in Dallas. They have a roof. That's dumb. I was thinking that it was just all of the weather people that didn't get to play, but they're in a stadium. That's Minute Maid Light up there in southern
the
Oklahoma.
Apple juice box.
Right. There we go. On Thursday, opening day, they scored 11. 9 runs in the 4th inning. I didn't have the Rangers doing that to the Phillies. Mind you, the Phillies, who squeaked into the World Series last season, but still, nonetheless, World Series. They played, and apparently just getting the shit kicked out of them by the Rangers. Didn't have that on my baseball scorecard. If you are a Red Sox or an Oriole fan, though, y'all watched some good games, some walk-offs. The vibes are going to be high in Boston. The vibes are going to be really high in Boston. I need all of my Boston fans to comment on this and tell me what moment made you the happiest as a Boston fan. Was it Adam Duvall's walk-off? Because I feel like it might have been Adam Duvall's walk-off, especially because of like all of the errors and stuff that happened leading to that walk-off. But the Orioles, don't worry, like y'all still played some really good baseball too. In the NL, Tom, I did not have the Colorado Rockies just I'm at a loss for words, obviously, because I did not have the Padres and the Rockies going the way it did. And I really, as Astros fans, I really liken this unto the A's and the Astros. I feel like maybe the Rockies are the Padres' Athletics. Would that be fair to say?
I mean, it could be. On paper, there's no way that those two teams play the kind of series they just did. I mean, because Colorado's clearly rebuilding right now. A bunch of young guys.
Are they really rebuilding, though?
Hey, Oakland is rebuilding all the time. Why can't Colorado be rebuilding all the time?
That's fair. Yeah, so the first night, the Rockies won 7-2. And then Friday, they won 4-1. And then Saturday, is Saturday the one the Padres actually won?
They won today. They split their series.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Padres won 8-4 Saturday. And then today, how many runs did they put up?
3-1.
3?
Today.
Okay, 3-1. I was expecting a lot bigger number from the Padres. I was expecting more 8-9 runs, like with as much firepower as they have. Maybe that's just me thinking with that top heavy lineup that they would mash. Am I wrong in that thinking?
I mean, Petco is or is it Petco? Is it something else? Their ballpark is a pitcher's park. So if they're playing in Colorado, yeah, you kind of expect big numbers, the thin air, that kind of thing. But they were playing at home. I mean, yesterday's game was an 8-4 win, so that seems more like, the kind of numbers they should put up.
Yes. But the first night was apparently Charlie Blackmon is just the Padres' father. I wasn't aware that Charlie Blackmon is the active leader in home runs against the Padres. Charlie Blackmon. That's not a name that I thought would hold that title. No disrespect to Charlie Blackmon, but maybe he should take some disrespect, because who thinks that it's Charlie Blackmon that has the most home runs against the Padres? I was shocked. I was shocked when I saw that. I was like, what? I think I saw that on Quick Pitch. I was not. I think I rewound it and then played it like 4 times to really make sure that my ADHD was not in the way and I understood it correctly. Because he's got some like big boppers like behind him. And I was like, Charlie Blackmon? Really?
Speaking of that game, did you see Kyle Freeland's amazing jump throw to
Yes. Yes, I did. I was like, look at you, Kyle Freeland, being an athlete. I was impressed. I was very impressed.
For the crowd that says pitchers aren't athletes, that really just kind of shit all over that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Also, just want to take a quick second to give our thoughts and send our love to Daniel Bard, who went on the IL for his anxiety issues. If you're not familiar with Daniel Bard's kind of backstory, he was out of the MLB for like 7 seasons because he got the yips, was doing pitching lessons, realized he still kind of had it, worked himself back into the MLB. And as Astros fans, we all know that he is the one that broke Jose Altuve's thumb in the WBC. And that apparently has affected his mental health. So we all know that mental health is very important. So shout out you, Daniel Bard, for realizing the need to take a step back and realize there is more to life than baseball. I mean, maybe not to me, but to you. So hopefully you can get your things in control and what you need to do in order to come back, because I know that the Rockies miss you. I know that baseball as a whole misses you, and hopefully you can get that taken care of and worked out. But if you don't, I mean, that there are other things out there other than baseball. So hopefully you get well soon. I say well, that's not the word that I wanted to use. Hopefully you get your things ironed out the way that you need to get them ironed out. And hopefully we'll see you soon. So that is the Rockies. Again, did not have the Rockies splitting that series with the Padres. But you know what I really didn't know?
What's that?
The D-backs and the Dodgers.
Crazy, right?
Did not have that on my scorecard either, that the D-backs were going to take those games from the Dodgers. Because apparently Trayce Thompson, all he can hit is home runs in just one single game. Did you see that game? Or did you hear about that game?
It was like last year, right?
No.
Recently?
It was like 2 nights ago. Or was it last night?
Oh, I don't know.
Night? Maybe it was last night. He hit 3 home runs.
Wow.
One of them, the first one was a grand slam. The second one was a 3-run home run. I think it was last night's game.
The crazy thing about him is I thought it was more like when he was acquired, I thought it was more like for show. It was more like, okay, this is Klay Thompson's brother, big fan, right, that kind of thing. But no, guy can actually play.
Yeah. Well, and I guess didn't he lock it in Great Britain? Because he was on WBC. He was on Great Britain's WBC team. And I'm pretty sure he hit a couple of home runs for them. If I'm remembering correctly. I may not be remembering correctly, but yeah. So in I think 9 of their 10 runs were hit via home run last night's game, because it was 10-1 last night. And Madison Bumgarner was on the mound for that game.
Oof.
Yes.
It's getting to the point where he's probably close to being done.
When I tell you that he could not throw strikes to save his life, Tom, he could not throw strikes to save his life. And everyone is so shocked when I say that I did not know that Madison Bumgarner was a good pitcher. Because that Madison Bumgarner is all I know. Yeah.
There was a time.
There was a time when he was really good, right? Like, did he get hurt? Is it just old age? What is it?
No, personally, I think it's literally just he's starting to catch up with him. I'm struggling how old he is, but he's definitely not a young guy.
I was. It was almost to the point where it was painful to watch because it was so bad. Like, his velocity was, I don't think I saw him throw a ball faster than maybe like 84. And so, let's see, bottom of the first with 2 outs, Trayce Thompson hits the grand slam. Christian Walker for the D-backs scored their only run via home run. And then in the bottom of the 5th, Trayce Thompson hits the 3-run home run. Now it's 8-1. JD Martinez. He looks weird in a Dodgers uniform.
Did you see the interview with him? And they kind of asked him, how's it going to be, the whole opening day? And he just he came off kind of weird too. And it circled in Twitter a little bit. And it was just like, as a Dodger fan, you're not excited. He doesn't make you feel excited about him being a Dodger the way
the way it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, it was weird. It was real weird. He got up there and I was like, who is that? Oh, that's JD Martinez. And I only know JD Martinez as a Red Sox. I know that he played in various other places before, but I've only known him as a Red Sox. And
he was an Astro once upon a time. And the Astros did. Yes. The Astros did everything they possibly could to make this guy great. And he just couldn't figure it out. Got let go, got picked up by the Tigers, and then Miggy just took him under his wing, fixed him. Oh. And then he went on to Boston, and then he's just been great ever since.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was broken.
Was he broken?
He was all the way broken. And we were hurting for outfielders. And JD was that guy. Everybody, the Astros brass wanted him to be good. They gave him every opportunity. And they were just like, finally, they're like, look, man, can't keep doing it. And then Miggy fixed him.
Good luck. Here you go. That whole change of scenery did him well, apparently. So, yeah, in the bottom of the 7th, JD Martinez homers. And then in the bottom of the 8th, Trayce Thompson with a solo home run. I think he had a home run off of 3 different pitchers. That is incredible. And Madison Bumgarner has an 11.25 ERA now.
So Mad Bum is only 33, but Mad Bum has been, but he has been pitching professionally. Like he debuted for the San Francisco Giants at age 19.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's a different kind of. Yeah,
he's got a lot of miles on that arm, huh?
Yeah,
He's 33, but his arm is like 54.
Yes.
Golly.
And the last 3 or 4 seasons, which are kind of where you're at.
Yeah.
His ERA was 2019 3.9, 2020 6.48, 2021 4.67. 2022 4.88. So now he went from elite to just a guy.
Yeah. But the rest of that D-backs core though, man, it's exciting to watch. I watched Corbin Carroll run some bases. I was excited. So if you guys don't have an NL team to root for the D-backs because they're young and if they can get some pitching. Zach Gallen, not just a guy. Zach Gallen is amazing.
Yes.
Merrill Kelly, he's pretty good too. He's not on the same level as Zach Gallen. He's pretty good. So, yeah. Now I'm just scrolling I don't need to be scrolling that. All right. So,
did you know
Oakland? Oh, yes. What did I know? I don't know anything. Tell me, Tom.
Madison Bumgarner married a woman named Madison.
I did not know that.
So Madison Bumgarner is married to Madison Bumgarner.
That's a little. I've known couples weird. Like that, and I'm always like, oh, that's so fun. Well, not like Madison, but yes, I actually knew a couple of Ashleys. Like a man and a woman, Ashley. And I was like, and I was friends with the girl, Ashley. And I'm all, how did you find a guy, Ashley, that you're marrying? And she's like, I was like, okay. She's like, isn't that so cool? I'm all, uh-huh. Sure. I found it a little weird. But whatever, man. Also, can Shohei Ohtani just get a new team? Can he and Mike Trout just be like, peace out, Angels? We're gonna go somewhere else.
Well, Shohei
How
can.
do you and Shohei will.
Mike
are
is
Dodger.
bound forever.
Yeah, I mean, there's some ESPN highlights, right? Like there was some ESPN highlights in the series, but the game that Shohei pitched and then was not able to get any sort of run support, and he struck out 6, and they still lost to the Oakland Athletics. People, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Did you see Anthony Rendon?
Oh yeah, almost fight that fan.
The fan?
Do you know Anthony Rendon is from like Houston, from Rosenberg?
Yes. Yeah. He was a Rice Owl, right?
Mm-hmm.
He went to Rice, yeah. Okay. I'm like, see, I know a little bit. I don't know much, but I know a little bit. I did not have the Guardians. Did not have the Guardians taking 3 from Seattle. First overtime, not overtime, extra innings for Seattle. They couldn't pull it out. Couldn't pull it out. There's a dirty joke in there somewhere. I'm not quick enough with it to make it though. But there's somewhere in there. Okay, y'all drop the dirty joke in the comments.
I mean, the Gardos are going to be good. I really, I've got a good buddy that he's a fan, and he's been hyping all the young players. They just locked up their young second baseman, Jimenez. Everybody knows J-Ram. J-Ram's amazing. Shane Bieber, amazing. Tristan McKenzie, amazing. Miles
Tristan
Straw.
McKenzie's hurt.
I know. But
that makes me so sad.
It does, because he's really good. But they've got a couple decent bullpen arms. I can't. Clase throws over 100. Emmanuel Clase. So
Emmanuel Clase is he is poetry in motion, man. Watching him pitch, you're just amazed. I don't understand. I don't understand it. Karinchak?
Yeah, that dude's a little crazy. A little wild. He talks a lot of trash.
I would love to just shoot the shit with Karinchak and just I need to see if the on-field persona matches the off-field persona. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it has to. There's no way that guy isn't a little unscrewed, a little unhinged in real life. The way he pitches, he has to be that way all the time. There's no
all
way
the time?
he just. Yeah, it's not like Major League where he just puts the glasses on and then there's no way. He's that way.
Okay. If anybody has any sort of ins and listens to this and would love to hook us up, like I would love James Karinchak, if you're out there, holla at your girl. Would love to chat with you. He was pitching the other night and I was watching the game and I didn't realize how tight his pants were. And I actually tweeted out, who has tighter pants? He or Robbie Ray? Like, do they have a competition for the tightest pants? Because I don't know who would win, because both them boys are painted on, just painted on. I was like, what is happening? Maybe it helps. It doesn't help Robbie Ray pitch better. Maybe it helps James Karinchak, though. Another guy that's hurt, not James Karinchak, Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray got put on the IL for a flexor muscle, something like that. I think a flexor muscle, 15-day IL. I was like, oh, Robbie Ray, that's sad. But I guess that's why he got lit up, maybe because he was hurt. Where do I want to go next? Do I want to go Tampa? Boston?
That Baltimore-Boston
Yankees?
series was really good. I mean, tons of offense. If you were looking for good pitching, that wasn't the place, but tons of offense. The young catcher for Baltimore, just amazing.
Adley Rutschman?
Yes, just amazing. Gunner, another one, amazing. Like, they're going to be good. They're going to be really good.
I don't understand why they had somebody else at third. They had Gunner DHing at one point, and I didn't understand why. Because I thought he played third. But then somebody else was at third, and I'm not well versed enough in Baltimore depth pieces to be like, why? Why are you over there? So if anybody can tell me that, I would love to know that as well. Put that in the comments. The Yankees had Clark Schmidt pitch, and they had a new guy debut today. Brito is the last name. And I keep wanting to say Johnny, but I don't think it's Johnny. I don't think Johnny's his first name. His last name is Brito, though. Not to be confused with burrito, like the Mexican food. Brito. And apparently he did pretty well today. I know that my Yankee friends were not looking forward to today, but I think they were pleasantly surprised.
It looks like it's Johnny, but it looks like it's spelled Jhony.
Okay, so if anybody could tell me the correct pronunciation of that would be delightful. So they lost today's game 7-5, but he did not get the loss though. Let's see. Oh, Giancarlo apparently hit a massive home run. Was that today?
That was today. It's just a mountain of a man. Like, it's a big dude. They get a hold of one.
Right? Josh Donaldson homer today. What? And then Jock Peterson for the Giants. Brandon Crawford doing all kinds of things. Oh, wait, no. I was looking at Saturday's game. I'm dumb and apparently cannot read. That was Saturday's game. Oh, guess what?
What's what?
Yankees shut out the Giants today. 6-0. So, Brito. Ooh, look at you, Brito. Brito, you get the win. Hooray. Let's look at the box score.
It looks like it's pronounced Johnny.
I feel like maybe it's not, though. Is there some, like...
I'm on Baseball
Latin
Reference. And
is there some sort of... Aaron Judge homered. Of course Aaron Judge homered. Giancarlo Stanton homered. Not gonna lie, did not see Kyle Higashioka homering. That was not a name that I was just going to put on a list of home runs. So, let's see. Bottom of the third. Back-to-back home runs from Aaron Judge and Giancarlo. And then Kyle Higashioka in the fourth. I'm very proud of Brito. Let's see what his Yankees. Brito. Where are you, Brito? He's hiding. You know when you get old and you need glasses, but you're fighting it because you're like, no, I'm not going to get glasses. I really do need glasses. He pitched 5 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 walk, and struck out 6. Look at you, Brito. I'm impressed.
It is the Giants, though.
Okay. But I feel like the Giants may be a better team than the Tigers. Come on now.
Let's compare rosters really quick. I don't think so.
Are we okay? Let's do that here. Yeah, no. I got the Giants.
All right.
You go Tigers.
All right.
All right. So for the Giants, I'm just doing in order that they batted today.
Okay. Let me go back then.
Or you can just tell me positions, and we'll go from there.
We're doing position by position?
Sure.
All right.
See, this is the type of
shenanigans.
We don't have there's no game plan for this. That's what we like, okay? Because who knows if you would have gotten this if we had planned this. You wouldn't have. Because Giants and Tigers fans, I don't think listen to this podcast, but that's okay.
Mm-mm.
Maybe we'll get them from this. Okay.
All right, where do you
Go,
want to
Tom.
start?
You start. Give me a position.
Okay, shortstop. Because I think I win this one.
Brandon Crawford.
Javi Baez.
Okay, but are we talking about Tigers Javi Baez, World Baseball Classic Javi Baez, or like the Cubs Javi Baez?
That's a good question, but you are going to get one of those all season long. Guaranteed, Javi Baez Cubs is going to show up. Guaranteed, Javi like it's like 7 different personas or whatever. You're going to get them all.
Okay, but last year though, what was his stats last year? Because last year Javi Baez was not good.
Okay,
it was not good.
So far he's 1 for 6 this year. So I don't know what you would call that one. It might be Cubs, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I got Brandon Crawford is the Giants shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
So today, let's see. Today he went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. So I'm going to say it's a wash.
So far, Javi Baez has only struck out twice all season. So he's doing good there.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Who you got next?
Okay, who do I got next? All right. Let me see here. Let's go first base. Or no, we'll go second base. Looks like
all right, second base.
Jonathan Scope. Serviceable.
Thairo Estrada.
Never heard of him.
I've heard of him. Today he was 1 for 3.
Okay.
Struck out twice.
Oof.
He's serviceable.
Scope
Maybe
is 0
Jonathan
for
Scope?
2 this year. 0 for 2 this year.
Okay, so at this point in time, Thairo Estrada is better than Jonathan Scope.
Okay. All right. Left field. I got Akil Badu.
Late Night Lamont Wade Jr. Do you remember when he had that nickname? What was that, 2 years ago? 2 seasons ago?
Something like that, yeah.
Late Night Lamont. Yeah, he's 0 for 2 today. And struck out twice.
A lot of 0 for 2 with a couple Ks over there, right?
Yeah.
So
Next.
I don't know. Next?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Right field, we got Austin Meadows.
Michael Conforto.
Ooh, you got that one. I'll give you that one.
Michael Conforto. Went 0 for 3 today. But he walked. And he struck out once. But he left 3 on base. So there's that.
Horrible.
Mm-hmm. Who's next?
I want to give you what they did today. I'm not doing a very good job over here with the lineup.
Jeez, Tom.
I know.
So
I have one job. I know. I'm working on it. What do you got for catcher?
Sable. I don't know who that is. And I want to say it was
Sable.
Joey Bart. Like, Joey Bart was supposed to be like the next Buster Posey, and he was not. And so I don't know who Sable is.
Really?
Yeah. Again, I'm not super well versed in my Giants knowledge, but I know that much.
I've got Jake Rogers. Never heard of him.
Okay.
Or Eric.
A wash
Haas.
there.
A wash.
Let's see. It's 0 for 3 today.
That's not good. They're both not good. Nick Maton's on this team. We know who Nick Maton is.
Yeah, well, I mean, when he bats against his brother, maybe he can get his brother to punch another freaking locker. I don't know. So, so basically, what we're going to see is Phil Maton being out for another 6 to 8 weeks while he punches another locker because we're about to play the Tigers.
Do you think Phil Maton sees Nick Maton in this series? Do you think Dusty goes, "Now we're not doing that again"?
I don't know. Quite honestly, I don't have a clue.
Can't call it either way.
I can't, because I don't know if our bullset. I don't know if our bullpen will be reset enough for him to make that decision, because none of our starters can go past 5 innings right now. Which
go ahead.
I don't know. I have feelings. I have all the feelings. But I can't start on those feelings now, because then the rest of the time we'll just be on the Astros.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
So if you're an Astros fan and you want the Astros up, go to the That Astros Up pod.
We'll give it to you.
Yeah. So who plays center field for the Tigers?
For the Tigers, I have Riley Green.
Oh, okay. That wins, because Riley Green is
stud. Yeah,
stud. Now, Michael Yastrzemski.
Yes, famous last name.
Nothing to really sneeze at, though. Like, he's 1 for 4 today.
Mm-hmm.
But I think of all of the. Hey, remember Thairo Estrada, the second baseman? Thairo Estrada has the highest batting average right now at 333.
Okay.
Yeah. Brandon Crawford and Michael Yastrzemski tied at 273. And then VR, is their third baseman, has a 200 batting average, and their first baseman, Jay Davis. Don't know who that is either. He went 1 for 3 today. You know what Michael Conforto's batting average is?
Not good.
And better than Alex Bregman's.
Ugh.
083.
Ugh.
083.
Yeah. It's not good.
So, okay, so they have Jock Peterson and his
Young
pearls
Jock
as their DH. He's hitting 182.
It's tough with batting averages, 3 games in, 4 games in. I mean,
Ross Stripling was their starter today. He went 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 of those being earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and allowed 3 home runs. A reliever came in, pitched 2 innings, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. The only one that closed it out was, I guess, Alexander, who only allowed one hit. So good for you, Alexander. I don't know who their closer is. Maybe it's Alexander.
The Tigers are about the same. They had a guy named Joey Wentz go. He went 5 1/3. He gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 of them earned. Walked 1, had 3 Ks, gave up a homer. His ERA is 5. So I mean, they're both really. Okay. Well, what we're saying is the same. Where they're both. But I feel teams.
Like. Okay, people. I need the people in the comments. I need y'all to tell me, because I feel like in our head, without going position player by position player, the Giants are a better team than, say, the Tigers. But now that we've broken it down, maybe not so much.
Keep in mind, the Tigers faced your boy Springs today, while the Giants got Brito. I think if you got to compare the two, Springs is way nastier than Brito ever thought about being.
That's true. Yeah. Jeffrey Springs is nasty. Golly. Okay. So that's the news in the AL. Not all the news, but that's most of the news in the AL. White Sox and Astros, we split.
It got interesting late.
Highlights. Luis Robert, look at you being healthy and being an amazing player, robbing Kyle Tucker multiple times. And Yoan Moncada, what? I knew you were good. You were hurt last year too. Yasmani Grandal, where? Why? All of a sudden you're a good player, Yasmani Grandal?
I watched the game a couple nights ago, And the story on Grandal was that he's healthy now, and this is the best he's ever felt, and this is why he is who he is.
You know what would be super awesome for the Astros? A catching tandem that hits and produces runs. I don't know. Say like Yasmani Grandal and Zavala. Like, what? I wasn't expecting Zavala to do anything either. Zavala is their backup catcher. Chicago White Sox backup pitcher, if y'all didn't catch that.
What if I told you at the trading deadline, the Astros go out and get a hitting catcher like they did last year?
It would be a fucking waste because Dusty Baker will not play anyone besides Martin Maldonado. Although he did play Yainier Diaz one time.
I don't know. That's one of my hot takes. I think there's going to be a need. They're going to be shopping, and there's some names that I think.
Yeah, but will Dusty Baker play them? That is the whole question. Will Dusty Baker do the things for the team that is best for the team and not so much the player? Because we had Christian Vasquez right there, just sitting, rotting on the bench. And it just...
See, here's the thing. While Christian Vasquez is a good player, I think it's going to take a great player to get Dusty to go, Maldi, I love you. You're my guy, but this is a monster. And the guy that I just have circled on my little cheat sheet, Salvador Perez. You go get him, and then there's no question because he can do it he can do it defensively and offensively.
How old is Salvi Perez?
I'll tell you.
We're just gonna trade old catchers for old catchers?
No. You would trade prospects for Perez.
I know. We wouldn't trade Martin Maldonado away, but I'm saying, like, we already have an old catcher. And we're just going to replace him with another old catcher?
One that bops.
But, okay, I see what you're saying.
Salvador Perez is 32. Not ancient.
Shut up. He's 32?
He's 32.
Why
The Venezuelans always look good.
Are you? No, I didn't. I'm not saying he doesn't look good. I'm just saying that maybe the man needs to wear some moisturizer or something because I did not have him at 32 years of age. I had him older. I thought. I mean, granted, it was only like 4 years older. I thought he was 36. I thought he was like the same age as Martin.
No. Mm-mm. He is 32, and he's under contract for 3 more years. Then he would there would be a club option in 2026. He's making $20 million a year. The Royals will absolutely stink, and we'll be looking to probably unload some contracts.
Is Melendez their backup catcher?
He is, but they move him around though. But he's the catcher of the future. So if you wanted to go ahead and plug him in, I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, you heard it here. Probably not first. You probably have done this take on.
I have not. Oh, I have not.
Exclusive.
You will have heard it here first.
Don't tell Rob.
He will be salty, but he'll get it.
It's okay. He loves us over here. Okay, so you heard it here first, guys. Like if for some reason, what do you how many prospects do you think that will take though? Because that's
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If the Astros are going to absorb that kind of a contract, it won't be nearly as bad as if Kansas City pays for it. So that'll be the trade-off, right? So if the Astros are going to pay him his full wage or whatever, then I think you're talking maybe 3 guys, maybe
Jokes.
Yes. Maybe another prospect-ish. I'm trying to think. I don't want to say Dearden because as much as that would probably get it done, I hope that they don't trade him. But
Right.
it would take something like that, and then maybe like a pitching prospect, and then
Can we give up? Can we bottle up Jake Myers and Mauricio Dubon and some other good players and just be like, here, just have all of these guys?
probably not. But hypothetically, Forrest Whitley's dealing, and then you've got
Okay.
Jokes who's hitting, and then say Corey Lee. You turn around and you go, okay, we'll send you Corey Lee, and now you've got 3 major league ready-ish prospects for an aging guy on a big contract that you no longer need, and you put Salvador Perez in chance to win a ring.
Interesting.
Just things I think sometimes.
We will discuss this further on Back That Astros Up because I have questions and thoughts, but we got to quickly move on to the NL. New York Mets, Kodai Senga debuted today. Kodai Senga and his ghost fork pitch. He dealt.
Stud.
Dealt. Surprisingly, I have a lot of Mets fans as friends on Twitter, and
You
some of
hopped
them
in
were
some
just
spaces, didn't you?
yeah.
I seen it.
It was across the spectrum. While watching that Mets game, I had people just wringing their hands, saying, "Just ship Kodai Senga out now." Just all that first inning when what did he start off with? Like I think it was like a single, a double, a walk, loaded the bases. And I was like, oh, this is not looking good. It's not looking good. And Mets Twitter was melting down. And then he got out of it. I was like, look at you. Magic. I was thoroughly impressed. Thoroughly impressed. So Justin Verlander on the IL for them. So Max Scherzer, Kodai Senga just holding it down over there. Atlanta. What? The Nets won one. And I was really surprised.
They won today.
Yeah. I was really surprised because I was like, what, how? And then I looked who was pitching for the Nats and I was like, oh, Mackenzie Gore. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And he was from that Juan Soto trade.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the Padres were super high on him. So good job giving a really good young pitcher to the Nats who needed pitching help because Patrick Corbin was their opening day starter. Oh, poor Patrick Corbin. Whatever. He's crying into his piles of cash. The Braves, Max Fried hurt himself. Very sad about that. Some sort of hamstring issue.
Mm-hmm. They said he was only going to miss like one start though, so it's probably not. As bad.
They were saying that he was going. They don't have to announce anything until his next start or whatever. So they're just going to like watch it and see. Regardless, though, that's bad for my fantasy team because he was one of my high draft picks, obviously, because it's Max Fried. But Quadzilla over there now, he is one that I did not have in the tight pants race, and then I was like, oh, look at you. I totally forgot about you and your tight pants. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just put all of the tight pants guys that are pitchers in a hat and just be like, does it help you? Does it help you pitch? I feel like maybe it will.
I think you probably missed an opportunity to do a tight pants like March Madness bracket where you could have all the women of Twitter like, what do you think, guys?
Yeah. You're correct. I did. I missed a huge opportunity. Don't think that I won't do it though now because I'm gonna call it something catchy, and it'll be amazing. And I feel like you can do a tight pants off at any point. That's not a tight pants competition.
On, not off. A tight pants on, not tight pants off.
Oh Lord. And at that point in time, like I didn't even mean to. That was just like It was like I don't know, Spencer Strider and your 8 Did he have 8Ks or did he have 9Ks yesterday? Where's the box score?
Dig it out.
Spencer Strider. He dealt. He dealt. I didn't even need a did in there. There we go.
He went say 6 9.
Innings. Yeah. Struck out 9. If I were to tell you, Tom, that Spencer Strider, one of the aces for the Braves, struck out 9, and then Nick Lodolo from the Reds also struck out 9, would you believe me?
I would, because I had him on my daily fantasy lineup.
Nick Lodolo, if you guys aren't watching the Reds, they've got some super awesome young pitching. Nick Lodolo was part of that. So the 3 is Hunter Green, Nick Lodolo, and Graham Ashcraft. If for some reason you're in a fantasy league that just allows like all of the trades on like the waiver wire and you don't get penalized for that, the days where Nick Lodolo, Hunter Green, and Graham Ashcraft are pitching, and it's like a strikes based like point system, like you get points for strikes or for strikeouts. Pick these guys up because they will give you all of the points depending on who they're playing. Okay, I picked them up because they're playing the Pirates, Pittsburgh Pirates. Maybe we should do like the best worst team in the league, Tom. We'll do that at some point too, because I feel like maybe I feel like maybe the Pirates aren't as bad as we're thinking. But then again, who knows? But I picked up Lodolo because they were playing the Pirates. And he dealt as well. And I was like, yes, good job, Nick Lodolo. Doing what I told you to do. And one of my friends in the league was like, why did you pick up Nick Lodolo? Who the F is Nick Lodolo? I'm like, oh, you just wait. And then she texts me and she's like, fuck you. Now I see why you picked up Nick Lodolo. I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah. And she goes, so basically I just need to pay attention to anybody that you pick up and then try and pick them up. I'm all, no, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. I wouldn't do that. And she's like, but why? Well, because I want to win. That's why.
I literally just tried to go pick all 3 of those guys up. They're all taken.
Because by smart baseball peoples. By smart baseball.
Yeah. Like my pitching depth is really deep, but like I feel like that's the way you win. So like I'll give up, position players to go just stack the pitching as much as I can.
So that was one of the things that I was looking at my lineup and I was just amazed that, I mean, because I imagined him to be good. I did not imagine him to, be on par with Spencer Strider. So let's see here. Mets. We don't need to talk about the Nats. Miami. Miami and the Mets.
The throwback unis for Miami.
Those were clean. Mm-hmm. My goodness. Those were real clean. I liked those a lot.
Makes you wonder how they ever got away from them. Like
at what point were they? And said, I don't really like these. Let's change. The NL Central. Okay. I also did not have the Chicago Cubs winning. Like, in what upside down world do we live in? Where the Rockies won, and the Rangers won, and the Cubs won. And don't come for me. Rockies fans, Rangers fans, and Cubs fans, if you're out there. But really, though, I mean, without being complete homers, there we go. Did y'all expect? I did not expect the Cubs to come charging out. But then again, you go and you sign Dansby Swanson. And there you go. His Dansby's not the magic ingredient. Maybe
but the Cubs are still the Cubs. They lost the next 2 games. Milwaukee got them yesterday and today. But Stroman pitched well. Yeah, that was just opening day.
When Marcus Stroman beats Corbin Burns?
That's the upside down part.
Upside down part.
But Corbin Burns is trying to be an Astro, so I understand. I mean, my number's got to be ugly, so,
I would love it if Corbin Burns was an Astro.
I feel like that's the two things that go hunting at the trade deadline: a frontline pitcher and a catcher.
That would be magical.
And then you put Chaz in center and you go to war. But we'll talk about that later.
Just strap Jake Myers and Mauricio Dubon to a frickin' rocket and just rocket them into the ocean. That's what I would like. Lord have mercy. Colorado, Dodgers, Padres, Giants. We kind of touched on all of those. We will chat about the Astros more in depth on Back That Astros Up. If you don't follow that, go follow the VSN Baseball YouTube. All of those will be live. We are about to stop recording this one and go record that one over there. That's where all the ranting will be. So much ranting. All of the ranting. So if you also watched the White Sox and Astros series and did not like it, come fight with us in the comments. Or if you did agree, come fight with us in the comments. We would love that. So with that, we will say good night. If you haven't liked, rated, subscribed, all of that fun stuff, Bourbon and Baseball, we would love you even more if you did that so that we can stay on the charts in Australia, apparently, because apparently only Australians love us, not the United States. Let's change that. Please and thank you. Tom, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at ThirdCoastTom. You can find me on a couple different podcasts that I'm doing right now. One, the Astros Baseball Podcast. Suzy will come through from time to time. We're kid friendly. Your kids can tune in because we've got kids and grandkids. So we can't be throwing the F-bombs like we'd like to. I don't have mine with me at the moment. So for this one, I don't mind speaking my mind as a military guy because we're not afraid to use all the F-bombs and all the curses. We're also doing something if you're into football, we've got a Texans podcast called The Bullpen. Come check that out. That's also something new that we're doing. It's pretty cool as well. You can find that on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts.
Perfect. And with that, we will say good night and yay baseball.